The souvenir itself has become something that it's no longer really a vessel of a personally felt memory. It's just become consumerism, I think. I generally love starting from something pre-existing, from a pre-existing story. I kind of feel grounded to it. Because I like to analyze and dissect pre-existing narratives and stories and then reassemble them and sort of try to push the gaze of the viewer away and see if other sub-stories or unexpected narratives can come out of what they have in front of their eyes. The collection itself, I've used it in two different ways. The curtain is based on the pottery, the ornaments. I've associated them, I sort of designed them and put them in a sort of a grid or container that could in turn be almost like a placeholder for these pictures of these wild animals. Sculptures are mostly taken from the ceramic, the animal collection, the objects, what I think are mostly souvenirs in a way. There's, in the ceramics, I think that there's a hope that sort of I'm trying to create a monument to a utopia where animals are not really bothered by our presence, which is very destructive in most cases.
The piece is called Time Stream. But we were thinking about souvenirs and what souvenirs mean, and I was thinking that a souvenir is sort of like a memento, something that you want to take with you to remember a special time or a special place or something like this. And I was thinking, what is this? Mementos or souvenirs that we have now are nothing like what we would have had when I was younger, because most of the souvenir shops are empty and people aren't gravitating towards souvenirs quite like they used to when I was younger. And I think it's because we have cell phones and we can just take our memento photo right there. We take our selfie. Here's me by the Galata Tower, click, click, and then I can look at it later and remember, and I don't need to get a little mini sculpture of the Galata Tower to remember it. So in some ways we're becoming much more sophisticated, and in other ways we're losing something in a way. Everything is sort of based on this impermanence, you know, and you have these fleeting moments, and that life is sort of like a dream, and yet life is sort of not like a dream, and your dreams are sort of like life, but you know, this is an attempt to capture that impermanence of our existence, because everything is sort of in a constant change. This is kind of interesting because mobile phones are about connection and disconnection at the same time, and yet the souvenir is also sort of like that.
Koleksiyonda bulunan 2 ciltlik bir katalog üzerinden araştırmaya başladım. 20. yüzyıla kalma imzası olduğunu düşündüğüm çift kuplu vazo olarak adlandırılan bir eserden yola çıktım. Form olarak beni oldukça etkiledi. Pedestal ayakları, işte benim kendi formumda kullandığım, işte yukarıya doğru genişleyen ve büyüyen bir form kullanmak beni oldukça etkiledi. Biz bu kültürel nesneleri nasıl koruyoruz, nasıl muhafaza ediyoruz konusu üzerine biraz gitmeye başladık. Usta-çırak ilişkisi üzerinden bu ilişkiyi değerlendirmek istedim. Tanımadığım bir ustanın, benden çok önce var olmuş ve üretimini devam ettirmiş bir ustanın eserini bana teslim ettiğini hissettim. geçmişten aldığımız bu kıymetli hazinenin tekrardan yorumlanarak, tekrardan referans vererek bir sonraki jenerasyona ya da bir sonraki nesle ya da bir sonraki süreçlere tekrardan aktarılması gibi bir anlama işaret ediyor benim için.
So, souvenirs of the future. We're all going to be there someday.